Sorry. We are, yes.
Which one of us?
Both of us?
Oh.
Okay.
I boosted mine a bit.
Thank you. We appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Alright.
5 seconds
So,
Hey,
remain.
if you'll keep an eye on the stream and tell us.
Alright, so jumping to another round 2 match
Reserve time.
between 2Hot4U and the Calamity. For some reason they didn't load the team. That's unfortunate. But
Yeah.
we're back at GT Gamefest once again. I'm Evolution of War. Joining
And I
me
am-
is.
And I am Zimbabwe.
Yep. So, looking through part of the draft that's already gone away, we have Skywrath Mage being your first pick, and the band is being somewhat typical, actually very different from most of the bands that we've seen so far. Obviously we still have a Death Prophet, Terrorblade, Razor, Viper is still in the pool, and Brewmaster was taken out, so interesting bands. What do you think about this Invoker band? Did they play Invoker in this? I don't remember. I don't think they did.
No, they didn't play Invoker last time, but I guess they're probably thinking that there's an Invoker. I don't know if it's a respect ban or they just don't want to play against Invoker. A Kunkka first pick? No, that I was not expecting.
No.
Somebody has to have a lot of faith in their Kunkka in order to pull that off. Let's talk about some of the people that weren't banned, right? You mentioned like Death Prophet, Razor's still in the pool. So let's go ahead and take this as possibly the most non-meta match we've seen so
10
far.
seconds to
Oh
pick.
yeah, and if we want to assume it's a Kunkka
Crystal
mid,
Maiden.
which I love Kunkka mid. Oh
And-
my god,
Team pick.
Crystal Maiden.
We have a Crystal Maiden demi-hero sitting on the desk in front of us, and you know, she's not that fast. So we'll see if the Crystal Maiden in this game can do any better than the broken arm Crystal Maiden that's on our desk.
Against a Skywrath Mage, just flying away, just like, you're dead, Crystal. You're dead, Crystal Maiden.
Yeah, because Crystal Maiden doesn't prevent Skywrath from casting any of his spells.
Radiance
That's a pretty bad support matchup, really. And with a Vengeful Spirit, Venge Skywrath is a terrifying roam combo.
Oh yeah. So I'm interested to see if this is Kunkka mid, support Kunkka, because you can land a stun into a torrent pretty easily. It's not
Only 10
that bad of a
seconds.
combo, so to speak.
5
So,
seconds.
I really
Hurry,
like to.
hurry.
I would like to see a Kunkka mid, but that's up in the air right now. And I actually
Reserve
honestly think
time.
Kunkka is a pretty solid hero in terms of like as long as he gets like a B Fury, I think he can do quite a bit of work in the mid game. Just because his ultimate is very short cooldown, very simple to land if you have the X marks the spot set up, or you know other stuns, and you know how to use it properly, cast it properly. It's
Radiance.
not.
Very much.
It's a very strong skill.
So the other thing we might see here is a Kunkka Crystal Maiden roaming duo.
Oh yeah, if it's
Now,
support.
that's very odd, but I think it's possible because Crystal Maiden
Dire's
frostbites someone. Kunkka has the easiest torrent of his life.
Yeah, and this is a lot better from what we've seen 2Hot4U run in the previous support combo, where
Yep.
they ran Bane and Silencer, I believe. I think it was that. No, Lich. It was a Lich.
Only 10 seconds.
Bane Lich.
Hmm.
So, Tidehunter, Silencer,
5
Nature's Prophet
seconds.
being banned
Hurry,
out.
hurry.
No one likes to play against Nature's Prophet. Enigma being banned out.
Yeah, so these are your early jungling heroes, the Nature's Prophet and the Enigma, who can really take a lot of farm from the jungle without having to be seen on the map. Nature's Prophet especially, he just sits in the jungle and farms until he gets, you know, depends on what build he goes, a couple items maybe, or some small items, and then he switches over and starts pushing lanes, starts taking towers. Eventually, he's killing your base without you even
10
being there.
seconds to pick.
So we all know we know and love Admiral Bulldog as the rat that he is
Radiant team
because of that hero.
Yeah. And Bristleback being copped out. Strong offlaner. We saw him in the last game being played as a position 1, not doing too well, but he was super tanky, able to dish out a lot of damage. We'll to see what exactly 2Hot4U decide to do with this Bristleback. I need to take a minute. Oh my gosh. Bad planning on my part.
Only 10
So,
seconds.
let's see, we're probably gonna, let's see, so we assume this is already 2
5
support
seconds.
pickups.
5 seconds remain.
What do you think? Well, this is pretty much anywhere. They could pick up anything at this point. for the
Reserve
Calamity.
time.
They really couldn't. Okay, so the Necrophos comes out. Now this guy can be
Picking.
offensively laned with the Venge and the Skywrath. He can be safe laned. He can be put in the mid. He's very strong. It's going to depend on what the Dire picks up here. in order to play against this. In addition, with the Necrophos, we're probably going to see some heavy burst heroes. So Vengeance Skywrath already fit that. Additional burst might be anything from Luna with her her bolt
10
spam.
seconds to pick.
Eclipse, very good on single targets as well.
Given that you can catch them
5
out like
seconds.
Necrophos is good for.
Hurry.
Yeah, and
Um,
probably one of the factors that went into this
Reserve
Necrophos pick
time.
is that he is really good with his aura against a bristleback. That negative region does percent
Radiant
HP
team are
damage,
now
and
picking.
bristleback doesn't really have any way to deal with that, obviously, because he likes to be tanky, but you can't really negate like continuous damage from that aura. And I doubt it's blocked by Crimson Guard. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think that's one of the factors into Crimson Guard.
no. But I am curious if Bristleback, the ability,
Only
When
10
he's facing away.
seconds.
reduces the aura. That's going to be an interesting matchup. Now, a Nyx Assassin
5
pickup on the
seconds
Dire
remain.
side. Good, I think this is going to be a support Nyx Assassin to help out with the Crystal
Reserve
Maiden.
time.
So this draft so far is very very old school, almost. Like 6.80, 6.81, where the Crystal Maiden and the Nyx Assassin were big heroes.
Yeah.
Weaver.
One
And
of
a
the
Weaver
problems
pickup.
Oh, snap.
Dire's banned.
This is a very well constructed draft from the Calamity. They have had me guessing this entire way through. I don't know what they like to play, but they are picking heroes that are really complementing everything. And this Weaver provides, in a sense, the kind of burst that a Necrophos is
10
looking to couple
seconds
with.
pick.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be running
5 seconds. Hurry.
the
Hurry.
Weaver safe, but it could be offlane as well.
Reserve time.
I doubt that, but I
Against
think
against the Crystal Maiden Nyx, I wouldn't want to do that.
the
Doesn't
Weaver
have
could be
fluctuate.
the Weaver could be offensively laned with the Skywrath and the Venge, because that's a lot of damage. And if Venge gets a stun off on really any of these heroes before they're level 6, the Weaver could just Shikuchi in. Skywrath Mage can throw spells. That's going to be a dead Crystal Maiden within 2 hits. Bristleback will have a little bit of a better time, but
Radiance banned.
so a last ban Viper. I don't know if that's exactly what the Calamity would have gone for here, but it would have been a good mid laner for
Yeah,
sure.
I was expecting a Necrophos mid, but we have been seeing.
10
I've been
seconds
seeing
to
a lot of offlane Necrophos recently.
Now I don't.
5
That
seconds.
that is a good
Hurry,
point.
hurry.
He is very survivable in the offlane, but I think here the Necrophos would do best just solo safe
Reserve
laning.
time.
He'd get a lot of experience. You're either up against a Bristleback or a Nyx Assassin, and neither of them do well against you because they are largely focused on kind of outlasting their opponents, and Necrophos will outlast anyone. Bristleback, if he tries to go for the early Vanguard, Nyx Assassin has that crazy high base regen. Both of them get countered by this Necrophos.
Yeah.
And a Luna ban as the last ban from the Calamity, so kind of shutting off the hard carry that probably would have gone best with this comp. You could have had the mid Kunkka, offlane Bristleback,
10 seconds.
Crystal Maiden, Nyx Assassin supporting, and then that Luna aura on all of them really gives them
5 seconds
um,
remaining.
a good little buff. Plus the Luna aura on the Kunkka, a lot of free damage that he can dish out.
Yeah, they're chunking for physical damage, and that's
Radiant
Sven
team are now
here to
picking.
buff you up with more physical damage.
Yeah. So here, if we see the Sven maybe do really well, he's going to need possibly Treads, Mask of Madness, BKB, Daedalus, and then if we see him pick up that Aghanim Scepter that was recently added, that's an 80% damage buff for his entire team, and Bristleback and Kunkka could both put that to really good use.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
so much the Crystal Maiden or the Nyx Assassin, but
10 seconds to pick.
still a very interesting possibility.
Neither of them rely on their physical damage too
5
much.
seconds.
But,
You've
yeah,
never seen the Mask of Madness Daedalus Crystal Maiden, have you?
I can't say I have, unfortunately.
Reserve
Is it
time.
terrible? Is it terrifying?
It's absolutely horrid. You do more DPS just by standing there with your level 1 ulti.
Anyways, so now we're looking for the last pickup. For the Radiant team, what do you expect them to pick up? I feel like their draft right now lacks a bit of hard engage, but it's kind of like really all over the place for me. But dude, what?
Okay, I was expecting like a Puck or a Storm Spirit to jump in. but this is a Medusa mid, no doubt about it.
Okay.
And if this is a Kunkka mid lane, I'm really scared for him. If this is a Sven mid lane, I'm less scared. Um, Actually, I don't know. Depends on how this is laned.
Actually, just going off what I do know about the Calamity, Lemon Badger is their off-laner.
For real, he's actually their offlaner.
Yes.
Okay, so
The sports are being played by Vengeful Spirit and Skywrath. So right now it's up to the mid laners and the okay, so it is a core weaver. Um
that makes it a
position 1, so it is a mid lane.
Only 10 seconds.
Going off what I believe of the Calamity. I've played against
5
them.
seconds remain.
okay.
Usually what division they do play. So
Well, let's see here. So we've got. Let's go over these teams. If you want to start on the Radiant side.
alright. Introducing the Radiant, the Calamity. We have a Stark
Another
Future playing that
beautiful
Weaver.
day in Dotaland.
Most likely probably going to be in the bot lane.
Let's
Vengeful
destroy
Spirit
it.
carrying off Smoke, being played by Squanto. General Sal playing Skywrath Mage. Lemon Badger, Medusa. And Spearpoint playing Necrophos, most likely going mid. And looks like, yep, definitely an offlane Medusa. He's roaming that way with the ward. Okay, and the Dire team, your turn.
So starting with the Bristleback in the bot lane, we have Nofu, Nyx Assassin, played by Barry Sotero, Crystal Maiden, played by Machu, Kunkka, played by Phagosexual Pro Boxer. He will be going to the mid lane, and last, the Sven, Blame the Draft, most likely going to the safe lane to be
30
supported by
seconds
Nyx and
until
Crystal Maiden.
digital sports.
That's a really dangerous stun combo if you think about it.
It is. There's a bunch of different setups for this Nyx Assassin stun, and this Nyx has started with a Null Talisman.
He wants that Dagon, dude.
Yeah, I guess the fastest Dagon is the earliest. I mean, the best Dagon is the earliest Dagon.
Yeah.
So we have Medusa starting with the Mystic Snake in this offlane. With the way the Mystic Snake was changed, it moves faster at the start and gives you less time to react.
Against,
Could
if it's against a trial lane, it's gonna do it could do a lot of work.
And Lemon Badger tried too hard and messed up his block, but we won't flame him for that.
Actually, CM's getting a perfect block. I don't know how you do this.
It's because she's so slow that nothing can get around her.
That's not how that works.
You
No.
jinxed her too.
Oh.
Oh nope, she got it back. Wow.
I just heard a
So Lemon Badger is actually kind of fucked in this top lane. Until this wave gets anywhere close to him. And if these supports just pull, I don't know if he's going to get any chance to get any CS here.
Yeah.
But now they are pushing, so... Well,
Medusa.
Kunkka in the mid lane doing well against this Necrophos, putting out the hate. Early levels of Tidebringer and the Quelling Blade. Now, I believe the Quelling Blade Tidebringer combo is nerfed, but it seems like it's doing a lot of work.
Yeah, Necrophos not going for a point to heal. He wanted a Heartstopper Aura and a Sadist, actually. Interesting. He just, he's getting denied so heavily, though. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, he's barely surviving with these Sadist passive procs. And he's taking a lot of damage already. 79 damage from that Tidebringer.
Yeah, and Kunkka is just one of those laners that gets a lot of free damage out thanks to that Tidebringer. It's really, you really can't do anything about it. And even as a ranged hero, it's like, it's not like you Stout Shield or something on a range. It's really dumb. I don't even know.
Stout Shield doesn't even work against Tidebringer.
Okay, I didn't think so, because that's cleave damage. So, honestly, Kunkka mid, still really strong, in my opinion. Just, the only disadvantage is Tidebringer has a long cooldown at level 1, and he is melee, so.
I think the melee is the biggest part. I don't think the Necrophos was the best choice to be mid here. I don't think the Medusa was honestly the best last pick either.
I would have put Medusa mid. I think that would have been fine.
Yeah, I would have liked to see an aggressive lane with this Weaver, Venge,
Oh yeah, that would have
Skywrath.
been the best option, right? Because right now they're not doing anything to this Bristle. Bristle is sitting at 1 farm. It's not too bad, but let's see. He's level 2, and Medusa is level 3. He's almost level 3, so just
Yeah,
level 3. So
Just
not too
spike
bad.
that. Crystal Maiden sitting off in the eaves over here, waiting for this Medusa to overextend, but don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon. And Medusa spots out the Crystal Maiden. We can see from that.
I don't remember the buttons to manipulate vision, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I can't change that where I am, so.
It's nowhere an option. Spectator.
Spectator, Fog of War, I don't know.
That's weird. I thought they had a default.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see what I don't have in use.
Oh, I have F1, F2, F3. Okay. Well,
Oh, you have it on F1, F2, okay. Ah, well. I think okay. Just
Okay.
lagged out.
so
Medusa's been spamming this Mystic Snake a decent amount. Also turning the Mana Shield on to keep her from getting taking too much harass there. It's interesting to point out that at, I think it's at level 3, if Mana Snake hits 3 different things, it
Yeah,
returns, it only costs 10 mana.
yeah, if it hits targets with mana.
Yeah, so
So it
3
could
different
be
mana
A
targets.
hero, a range creep, another hero, some combination like that. It's really a good skill, but unfortunately, it's really hard to pull off that because usually they'd be standing really close to
Oh,
range creep.
aggression on top lane.
Oh, they've rotated the supports and they're like, Weaver, you don't need that help right now, do you? So
No, he really doesn't. He's sitting on level 4. This also level 4 on the Bristleback, and Weaver really just owns this lane.
I've actually seen the lane go the other way before. So,
Really?
Yeah, I'm not too quite sure. Oh, nice Mystic State lands onto the 2 supports. Not gonna do that much as it's only a level 2 Mystic Snake, but that's still something.
Dire's middle tower
So
taking
Nyx tries
damage.
to fire off the Impale? Yes, Impale. Not quite gonna land it. Also pops off the Spike Carapace. For no reason, alright.
Kunkka did get very low in this mid lane, but he's looks like he's walking back to base now, or just going up to meet his salve and phase boots.
We have
No bottle.
first blood.
Oh, yep. Oh,
First blood in the top lane.
Nyx Assassin, alright. Looks like it was a stun combo.
It was indeed. Stun from the Sven,
Bottom
stun
tower
from
is
the
being attacked.
Frostbite from Crystal from the Crystal Maiden. Actually, no, she Crystal Nova'd instead of Frostbiting.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Dire's bottom tower under fire.
Yeah, that's just you can't avoid that. That's a stun combo. It's a really
If-
strong stun. Oh.
If you look mid, this Kunkka is literally just melting to the damage from the
max-
Heartstopper aura.
Maxing Heartstopper Aurora.
Yeah, there's not much he can do. He's losing. I don't even know. This is a lot of damage. Where's the combat log?
I don't know. Does it? I don't think it shows up in combat log when you're in spectator. But,
It might just make me crash, because sometimes that's what the combat log does.
It's really weird. But yeah, Kunkka was winning pretty hard, but as levels
Ball.
come out from Necrophos, it's really hard to counteract like the free damage that it takes. Obviously, Kunkka doesn't have any sustain whatsoever.
I knew they couldn't
now-
stay away.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, and now Necrophos is level 6. I would say if they just wanted to concuss a shot into a Necrophos ult, that would be it.
Yeah.
Necrophos trying to cast the ultimate, unfortunately, does not have the vision for it.
No, gets fogged 2 or 3 times over there.
Yeah, if the concussive shot was just shot a bit earlier, maybe it would have been fine, but Salve now being popped up, he's going to be healed. Should bring him out of the danger zone. And Bristleback in the bot lane trying to chase out the Weaver. Yeah, Weaver drops super low. I'm telling you this. Bristleback can go one-on-one on this Weaver.
Oh, does the time lapse not remove the quill spray?
I don't think it removes... I don't know.
I don't know, because that's a normal thing that I see is.
You move debuffs, yeah. Huh. I don't...
Well, looking at the farm, the Weaver's definitely in the front, but he's he's just straight up tied with the Sven. Kunkka sitting at 26 as well. Necrophos at 22. Nothing really special. All of these farm numbers are rather low, but Medusa really just harassing with Mystic Snake.
Yeah. And Chunga right now he's not. He's alright on doing alright on farm, but he doesn't want to get in range at all. He takes so much free damage. It's like he loses 5 HP every second when he's in range. Torrent going out, trying to do some harass and get a last hit. I think he got one right there. But he's not having a good time.
I think not having a bottle is really hurting this Kunkka. Oh gosh, and Spear Point, he's gonna get him.
Reaper side doesn't have
One
the
more
burst
hit.
damage of having Death Pulse, but the right click is quite enough.
One right click, take him down.
Yep. Walks away, pops the Sadist, and is quite happy. Free kill for himself. That's a solo kill. That's huge. Think about it. Oh, nice Mystic Snake.
Yeah, that
Look at
hurt.
that mana return.
That was what? That was 3 heroes. Yeah, only 10 mana for that Mystic Snake right there.
That is such a nice play.
The Sven did pick up a Hand of Midas just now, and with these support and mid rotations coming in, this could be a very big mistake, as they are all huddled around over here, and Necrophos is dragging the creep wave away to hopefully look to dive this dire team.
Fortunately, Vengeful Spirit is spotted out by the last creep running away.
Yeah, and Kunkka now looks to push mid, and there's an immediate fortification as the Necrophos comes back mid.
That was a really defensive. That was like barely a wave, and Kunkka immediately backed away due to the TPing Necrophos. Don't want to do anything with this Necrophos anymore.
No, very scared. And I think not having a bottle is really killing him. I might have already said that, I don't remember.
Yeah, you did.
Damn it.
If he wants it, he is
Way too late. He needs to...
20 gold away from it. But it probably... I mean, a health of regen, a ring of health would probably do about the same for him.
I think a ring of health is decent, but it's not really the regen that he needs. It's just the fact that... I guess the bottle provides the regen, definitely.
It's just, not...
Spear Point just pushing.
Yep.
Doesn't really care about...
Doesn't care about the tower.
No.
He doesn't care. Just wants to be in range of this Kunkka to bother him out.
And Spear Point going for either a butterfly, an orchid, or a fresher orb early on. I don't know. I really just don't know what he's going to take there.
I want to guess orchid because more damage.
I don't think that makes sense, honestly, but...
I don't either.
I would much prefer you grab an Aghanims and get that Aghanim the scepter damage, which
Or
is just
Dagon.
huge.
Dagon.
Dagon, yeah, the Dagon.
Oh, going for it.
Does he have it?
Death Pulse. Doesn't want to commit. Crystal Maiden also rotating in.
Did he have mana for both of them?
He used one Death Pulse
No.
and it has a 6-second cooldown at its current level. So
He'll
used it
have-
once. Oh, Torrent wants to cast a Torrent. Crystal Maiden running in range now. Who wants to take the fight now? I don't know. Crystal Maiden's level 5. Level 9 on this Necrophos. Tower is within deny range. They should
Barely.
deny it.
I don't know if they spot that, though.
They should be able to. It's
tower is
92.
under
Deny range
siege.
is 150.
So looking at the rest of the lanes, the Weaver's now pulling ahead in farm on the map. And the Kunk is still farming great. 39 CS versus the Necrophos is 42. He's just having a very tense lane. In the mid lane, we have the Crystal Nova and the Frostbite going off on Spear Point. He gets voted, but is he just too tanky? What is going on here?
He's gonna cast the ultimate. Will not do enough damage, as he also didn't have enough mana for the Death Pulse combo.
And
He
Crystal
will
Maiden just
get
out
away.
of mana.
Yep. Oh.
Oh.
Arcane Bolt and auto
Oh
attack
wow.
will be enough for Skywrath Mage to pick up that kill. That hurts.
That was a mistake.
That's just one of those kills that you just barely let go. It was so well executed by the Dire, but unfortunately, it's not quite enough. Thanks to Necrophos having that power treads on strength and the Death Pulse heal. But as we were mentioning, we were pulling back the farm up, and Bristleback is now kind of having his way with this lane in a way, but Weaver is getting all the farm that he really wants, but Bristleback sitting at the same amount of CS as the Kunkka and is about 8 CS ahead of Medusa with the Vanguard. So now Weaver's damage is kind of going to be mitigated a heavily amount as doesn't quite have the minus armor, and Bristleback is super tanky now.
That Vanguard is going to really help the Bristleback. And Necro gets the mid tower with a double damage rune.
They should have probably denied that one, but
Nyx Assassin going in top lane has the damage to do this. They pop 2 ultis and take out the Medusa.
Worthy. Good pick off for the Nyx Assassin, obviously. Already has his arcane boots, so.
With this Sven ulti, they could maybe look to put a little bit of pressure on this tower. This is still a full health tower in top lane. This Medusa's done a really good job of keeping them off it. We do have the Necrophos rotating in top.
Oh yeah, comes in.
He gets stunned up.
Doesn't
he gets
have
mana
any
burn.
Mana.
No mana. He's gonna die here.
Yeah, he gets turned around. Medusa, Midas being popped off. Not really important in this case. Concussion shot landing onto, I believe, the Nyx. Yeah.
Yeah.
And gets right click down with the arcane bolt. And
the Skywrath Mage doing us so much damage.
Crystal Maiden trying to look for some revival. Takes a death pulse, will not find it, and now Status comes into action. That CM looking to make a play, unfortunately. Just not her time.
Very sad.
Just not her time.
And there are going to be 2 Lincolns on the side of this Radiant team.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, both the Medusa and the
They have the exact
Weaver.
same builds, except for power trips on Weaver.
Yeah, the Medusa with a little less CS doesn't really have the luxury of that power trip. But in mid lane, we see the Necrophos going on to the Kunkka, but with that Kunkka's rum, he's a bit too fast. Stun goes off on Spear Point, frozen up, and Spear Point is dead.
Yeah, overextended, runs into 2 stuns, can't haste out of that one.
No, you can't.
There's the immortality syndrome with the haste rune. Unfortunately, not quite, buddy.
Dire's top tower is being attacked.